I want to talk about this article that I sent to Christian. I mean, if you want to post it, you can, Chris, but we're going to have it in the link at the bottom. So this is happening now in the UK, and I definitely want your lady's opinion on this. So the NHS, which stands for the National Health Service in the UK, it's like how we have, what do we have, Medicare over here, right? So in some of the hospitals now in the UK, they are allowing transgender females to be in the locker room with biological females, nurses. So, Lola, you're a nurse, right?
Yes, I am.
So, they're now suing the NHS. So there's a group of nurses in this hospital. There's a guy, or whatever you want to call him, guy, girl. I think his name is Bob or something like that. He's classified himself as being a transgender female. So the hospital has allowed this transgender female to now be in the female locker room for all the nurses. And he has all of his genitalia, and he walks around in like a tiny underwear. He stares at the women while they're changing. Sorry to offend Bob, she also has been telling the other female nurses that she is trying to get her partner pregnant. So it's like he's open about the fact that he's still having sex with a woman with his penis to try to get her pregnant. And these nurses are really fucking uncomfortable because this individual is creepy as shit. He stares at them while they're changing, or he just walks around like basically with his dick out. He just has like, whatever, tiny underwear on, whatever. And so they complained. They complained to HR. And they said, this is bullshit. They said, our job here is to comfort patients.
Yes.
Now, if we already have all this anxiety when we start our day, it's unfair. So guess what they told them? They said that you obviously, when it comes to your way of thinking, is limited. You need to get educated. That's what your problem is. You need to take some courses and educate yourself and be more accepting. So these nurses were really offended. Like, we're fucking educated. What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with education. So what are your thoughts on that? If that happened at the hospital you worked in, where one day you went there, there's a guy, or transgender female, but he has still his genitalia, and he's telling you as well at the same time, I'm trying to get my girlfriend pregnant.
As the nurses I know are the strongest women, and they're very outspoken and confident, and they'll have no problem complaining or maybe talking to the right people to get this settled.
So would you be okay with that if you had a transgender?
I would be okay with it. There's always people that will be okay with it, but I think on the whole, I don't think the nurses would be okay with it. We're under a lot of pressure with other things. This would be too much.
So
that's the problem. That's how we got to this point.
So sorry, the nurse's name is Rose, the transgender, whatever female.
Yeah, it's like that's how we got to this point where like it's this point. You know what I mean? It's because before, when they first came up with it and they wanted to push this agenda, they didn't make it as big of a deal as possible. I told Noor that one story one day. I was in high school, and then my female best friend transitioned. I was in grade 10, and she just suddenly disappeared for like a year or so, and then she came back, and we usually sit beside each other. I just sat somewhere, and some person came and sat next to me, and I just didn't look at him. You know what I mean? I was actually thinking all summer long, where is my friend? Her name was, should I say her name?
You can just call her X if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to call her.
I can't. Never mind.
Okay, that's okay.
Let's skip her name. So yeah, and then that guy started talking to me at one point, and then he sounded like a teenager voice sort of thing, like a male transitioning to become a man sort of thing. What do you call this?
Puberty.
Yeah, that was the word. And then he talked to me, and then I was like, how do you know my name? And then it's my fucking best friend.
You had no idea?
I had no idea the whole time. like 2 classes passed by, and
Did he try to date you? Like hit on
no,
you?
no. Like she was a very quiet, sweet girl. Like you have no idea. I've never in my entire life would have thought like she even had a little bit of a male in her whatsoever. She's so sweet. She's so quiet. She had like a bob cut. She's always drawing. She's so well spoken. She's petite. She's just so cute. Like she was very feminine. And then a year and a half, she comes back, and it's somebody else.
Did he have like stubble now, like facial hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like the voice was different. Like the hair, like obviously the hairstyle was different. A little bit more gothic.
The one giveaway is always the Adam's apple. That's
Yeah.
The hands too, the knuckles.
The hands, yeah. But the Adam's apple is just like a quick giveaway. You know right away.
It was so shocking to me. It took me a long time to process that. and
So
then-
did you guys become friends?
No.
No.
No, because she stopped talking, or he, whatever, stopped talking to everyone. Like nobody, like, no. Like, we graduated after that, never saw
But
her.
was he like fully transitioned, like breasts were removed?
Like,
and all?
everything.
Oh God, I feel so bad.
Like,
Yeah.
everything. Like, go to the boys' change room now. And that's what I'm saying. And nobody would say anything. And then us kids would just, like, have to, like, go with the flow.
Because you don't know what to say.
Yeah, we don't know what to say. And they pushed a lot of things like that. And then people were trying to be respectful. Trying to
Front
be
door.
peaceful.
This thing about Rose, I want to read this, okay? They said that Rose has made it no secret of the fact that they have stopped taking female hormones and was trying to get their girlfriend pregnant. So the nurses told that to HR and to everybody else in the hospital that this transgender female has admitted that they're not even going through the transition so they can still get their girlfriend pregnant. So it's like, just because Rose says that she's a female, maybe Rose is a fucking pervert.
Okay, but
Like-
besides the gender and besides the transgender point here, the violation of having to hear that from another coworker, like that could be violating to hear. Like I don't care how close I am with another coworker. Maybe I don't want to hear about their sex life. So regardless of gender, the person should just be in trouble for kind of having that nature of conversation in a workplace. It's not appropriate. It's not professional.
This is again going back to Rose feeling like a female, so Rose must have all the rights of a female. At what cost? At whatever cost. Who gives a shit about the biological females that are being affected by this? Because now you've got nurses that are not comfortable changing in the locker room, right? And the entire hospital is catering to this one individual who's got, either he's a pervert, he's got some mental health issues, they're catering to her or him in opposed to caring for the biological nurses that are there. They also outnumber Rose. And also, if you want to do this, fucking create a new locker room for Rose.
Well, we had a male nurse on our unit, and he would go to the residents' room to change, and the resident wasn't always there. It was quite private.
Yeah.
So maybe he
Easily.
Rose could easily go there.
No, but Rose keeps on, like, there's another thing over here that one of the nurses says that when I wasn't comfortable changing, Rose came to me and said, why aren't you changing? Why won't you change? Like, that's fucking creepy.
See, we have to respect each other, not
Yeah.
just Rose. We have to respect everybody.
But that's the
Yeah.
problem with this movement that's going on. It's really at like what price? And we talked about how if again today I said that, okay, I'm a female, I can go to square one and walk into the girls' bathroom and nobody can stop me. With my fucking psycho look like I'm going on right now, I can walk in and if any woman was to say, hey, buddy, you're in the wrong bathroom. I'm a fucking female, you can't stop me. If they try to stop me, I can call the police. That female's gonna get arrested.
That's the problem. It's because we
Wow.
respect it so much. Like,
Do you think it's respect, really?
No,
I
it's
think
like
it's fear.
like people who who don't believe in all of that, like
But you think it's out of respect? I think
no,
I
it's
think-
not
I think
respect. It's just like peace. You know what I mean?
I don't think
like,
I don't
hold
think it's
your
that.
boundaries.
I think it has to do with the fact that a lot of people are afraid to speak their mind. They have fear that they might get canceled, right? So even like, have you guys seen that documentary, What is a Woman?
Yeah,
You seen parts of that?
I've seen parts of that. Yeah.
So that guy, I forgot his name, Matt something. He's hilarious. He is with the Daily Wire, I think, the organization with Dan Shapiro. And he even went to his biology professor in university to interview and said, okay, can you tell me what a woman is? Like, that's a complicated question. It's like, what do you mean? Well, a woman can be many things. Okay, like what the fuck? What does that mean? So he asked like some 80-year-old toothless man, like some homeless guy, like what's a woman? He goes, a woman is a person who has a womb, and she has a pussy, and she can have a child. And a man's got a dick. Like just plain, like street level, I mean like really slang. But a professional, like a professor at university couldn't even like give an answer. Because they're worried about getting canceled. They're afraid about getting fired and getting attacked online right away. So that is, and the politeness as well too, like, oh, the respect part, oh, it's okay. But what happens then is, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, and we never did, and we never will.
Well, I was
Let me
telling
tell you
Olga
that. We
this as well
never
too.
will. It's because people don't connect and communicate with each other anymore in like real life.
Yeah.
Or like real
Everybody
stuff.
over real stuff. So they're like over the phone or like social media,
It's
and
all
then
like text, first of all, but yeah.
it's just like no.
It's all superficial stuff, right?
Exactly,
Everyone's afraid,
yeah.
and if you were to express your opinion, like, oh my God, why are you so close-minded?
Yeah, you get canceled over social media. Like that's the biggest fear
So,
that lives
you know-
in people's minds nowadays. It's like, oh my god.
Or if someone's gonna say, oh, she said this, and now you start getting attacked, right? So
yeah.
you've got like this other movement that we talked about last time where, Cheyanne, you had mentioned you watched other videos of that woman saying that her son's a cat, right? So the new movement that's happening now in North America and in Europe is you've got families that believe that the mother and the father believe that they're a cat. And then they raise their children to be that. So now what they're asking the schools to do is that they want a litter box in the bathroom for their 4-year-old to take a shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So your 4-year-old's gonna squat in a litter box, take a shit or a piss, and other kids will be there. So another 4-year-old's gonna wanna do that. Well, that looks like fun. I'm not gonna go pee in the toilet, I'm gonna pee in here. And so now these schools are actually thinking about accommodating them and having litter boxes in bathrooms. And then they're gonna eat out of a bowl. So kids who are 4 will see one boy in the corner eating out of a bowl, and then taking a piss in a litter box.
Here's my thing with that, okay? A regular janitor, you need biohazard waste experience. You can't have a person picking up someone else's
Oh,
shit.
don't worry, one of the teachers will volunteer who who hug this shit, right? They support this movement. They'll go in there and empty the litter. That's
And
just
then are they gonna do what cats do and start flicking the shit on the back of the wall?
Yeah.
Like,
And trust me, a teacher will support it. Look,
The
okay.
world is so effing weird,
Yeah.
guys, and that's why I'm like, do I really want to be married, or like, you know what I mean?
Your mind's on marriage. I'm fucking worried about little boys taking
No,
their
that's
cats
like
and dogs.
my topic nowadays for some reason.
So this to me is this thing with the NHS. It's only a matter of time that it's going to arrive in Canada. The UK is always the forerunner with a lot of these things. The UK, for example, has blocked the approval of puberty blockers for children under the age, I believe, of 17 or 18 without the parents' consent. When that was addressed in Canada, Canada said, no, we're still going to do it. So the UK is always in the forefront by coming up with the most fucked up ideas. But then after they tested, like, oh shit, we really fucked up, they back down. So a lot of other countries look at the studies from that. So because this is happening here, the same thing we talked about last time, I mentioned this again, because I don't think Noor was here, and I know Rhonda wasn't. In the UK, Rhonda, just so you know, and when you, this is like my favorite go-to word from now on. So in the UK, in the hospitals, okay, the nurses have been told that the word vagina is offensive to transgender females because they don't have a vagina. So the word they're using now in the hospitals is bonus hole.
Shut up.
Yeah, bonus hole. So it's like, all right, my woman's got a bonus hole. Or front hole.
I guess we're all lucky you guys.
Yeah, so everyone here, all my guests today
Draw one so you don't feel so bad. Draw one.
all my guests here have a bonus hole. Except for myself and Christian, we don't have a bonus
you guys
hole.
have what, primaries?
No.
Those are, the butthole primary. Those are
So this is happening in the hospitals in the UK. They're also using the terminology of breast milk is offensive. So now it's being called human milk. or chest milk, because transgender females cannot create milk.